Eric, can you jump on with us, please, real quick? Todd, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
We'll be on in a second.
No problem.
Real quick. So people are going to see, we're live in a bunch of places right now. People are going to, it's going to be like the other day, right? It depends on a little bit bouncing around. Are you going to put can you put the people that own tokens on the stage for like, from a visual standpoint, but hold them on mute so that they can't take the mic? Like I kind of want to make it fun from that standpoint. They also have, obviously I see the chat I see is everyone's, right?
That's right.
Right now with what I'm seeing, but what happens if you put a lot of people? I want to make it as special as possible for the holders. If we put them on the screen, you can't do that, right? Because even
if once they're on stage, they're free to kind of interrupt. We don't control their mute.
So we're only going to bring them up for questions.
Yeah, I'll have them ready in the backstage, but you just give me the thumbs up.
Okay, fair enough. So the chat will start populating. I mean, is chat now, or because we're not? Are we live right now?
We're live.
So, but I'm only seeing FF. I'm only seeing PD Grows right now in the chat. Like, shouldn't I be seeing all the chat from like all the different channels?
I'm seeing all the chats from all the channels.
So, but okay. I'm not, because I wasn't scrolled all the way down. Ha ha ha. So now I'm seeing everyone. Very nice. So Facebook is still anonymous.
That's correct.
Are we gonna be able to figure that out or no?
We have to request special permissions from Facebook. We're working on that.
Can you get me and Peter Chun? Remember the Twilio thing?
Oh yes, yeah.
You will. Can we learn the lesson from that?
Absolutely.
We'll have that answer from Facebook very quickly if you get me and Peter Chun involved.
Roger that.
You can do that multitasking while we do this stream.
I can do that.
Awesome. All right, let's get this show going. You can pop off, Eric. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really excited about this next hour. I'm here with Todd Krinsky for Reebok. We'll get into him. I think I'm actually, even though we're very excited to talk about the VeeFriends incredible collaboration with Reebok, and then we dropped the bomb, because I know there's a lot of VeeFriends holders. We dropped the bomb of the Alpaca, which is the star of it. On the VeeFriends shop, there is a little plus up, and then Reebok.com is going to be the main other place to get it. Before we do that, we want to say hello to all the names in here. So tell me where you're from. Say hello, Liam. Good to see you. Oh, they're coming in good. PD Grows, great to see you. Vicky, always great to see you. Tell me where you're at and what platform you're on. We've got Twitch in the, if you're like, let's put hashtag which family you're part of. Hashtag Twitch family, hashtag LinkedIn family, hashtag Facebook family. I know you're on a bunch of different platforms. I want to know which platform you're on. Oh, Ragad's in the building. Your IG, but IG Live should be happening on this. Yeah. Is it not working? No shit. The fuck, Dust? Not good? Is it because the token's not catching? But is TikTok live happening or that? So everything's working but Instagram. Man, what's good, Instagram? Right, lots of chat coming in. Todd, why don't we kick this off? So let's set the stage, and then we're gonna go into entrepreneurial talk with you. We'll talk about the collab. Yeah. I also want to make sure people from the VeeFriends team jump in and add their 2 cents. So Tyler or Daniel or May or Andy, we'll get you on stage as well to talk about blocking and tackling, because even though the team always says to me, hey, Gary, here's what we want you to talk about, I get too excited, Todd. I black out. So I got D's and F's in school, and I want to make sure we hit on the main points. So straight man or woman from VeeFriends that's going to come in and make sure we hit on all points, please work with Eric and the rest of the team and make sure you pop up on stage out of nowhere. Once you pop on the screen, I'll know to include you. For now, we're going to talk about why we're all here. For a lot of you that are joining, that are not part of the VeeFriends NFT holding ecosystem, or paying attention to what we're doing with trading cards and squishmallows and collectibles, we've been announcing, and this is the official kickoff to a partnership with the iconic brand called Reebok that we're extremely excited about. If you're following my socials, I'm starting to share some of this. This is the classic. Todd, what is this known as in design-wise in Reebok land again?
In Reebok land, that's the classic Nylon. It's one of the most iconic classic shoes in the brand's history.
Todd, to make you super pumped, I sent a bunch of pairs to like influencers, many of which are my more than acquaintances, and some are my actual friends. Amber Victoria, for example, an NFT artist who worked at Vayner, met her husband here, David Zhang, who was my brother's high school friend who started here day one. She's now a very substantial NFT artist. She wore them over the weekend and hit me up. She's like, holy shit, the support and comfort of this sneaker. She went and bought other of her favorite color schemes on the site. So kudos on you on the biz dev with me, because I think you're going to acquire some new users even outside of the VeeFriends, by the way.
Well, the cool thing about this one is I think you're the first person to do a collaboration on this product in like ever. I don't even have ever done one. It's one of the most iconic shoes, but we've kind of kept it. So we haven't used it yet. So anyone that's getting involved in this now is getting involved in an iconic product that hasn't had a collaborator yet. So perfect timing for it.
So super excited about it. Obviously, just really excited to like do something with something as iconic as Reebok. I see the comments in here. We had a great run with K-Swiss. This came along, free agency. Like, as you can imagine, the pump and the classic Reebok Leaf 80s. So big for me personally. And then just the partnership with you, I feel like I've been really excited about that. And that's what I want to start with. Why don't we start with a few minutes on Reebok and you a little bit to set the tone for this. The other call out team, we're going to start showing up, the team behind the scenes on VeeFriends is putting up the links. Is it dropping tomorrow? That's right. Like, when are we like officially again?
Tomorrow, 10 a.m.
So pre-sale tomorrow, 10 for the holders though, right?
Pre-sale for holders.
Yeah. So VeeFriends holders get the first move on that. On VeeFriends shop, we'll go into the super stickers. For everybody who's watching, go to eBay and Google VeeFriends super stickers right now. I think you will be flabbergasted what's going on. So I think this little add up that we've done is a big deal. We'll go into that, but let's talk about.
Well, it's funny because like I do a lot of collaborations, work with a lot of celebrities, and like I know when it's going to be a real big thing when I get certain texts from certain tastemakers just doing this for so long. And a lot of people respect a lot of the stuff we do. They like it, but that top percent when I get this group, and I got this crew already kind of asking me for it, so I know what's going to happen. I got to explain to them that they can't get it yet because we're doing a different distribution. And they're like, I don't want to mention names, but some of them are like, come on, man. I'm like, been in the NBA 10 years. I should just get it. I'm like, this is not how we're doing this one. It's a little different. I know Gary Vee. I sat courtside with him before. A little different. We're doing this one a little different. So I think I can start to feel doing this for a long time when the real hype and heat is coming. And so I think this one, maybe one of them for sure.
David Osa, I do read the chat. I appreciate you putting it in there. Todd, why don't you tell everybody what's going on with Reebok? Because obviously it got bought a couple years ago now. Actually just introduce yourself, what your role is, what you do, and kind of like what's the state of the union of Reebok right now?
Yeah, I'll be quick, but I've been at Reebok 30 years now, man. And I think, you and I talked before. I think one of the reasons I relate so well to what you do is because I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And I think this brand is very entrepreneurial. A lot of the things that you talk to young people about today is very consistent with how I kind of operate. But believe it or not, man, I started, and I'll give you the quick story, is I started working at Foot Locker when I was 16. And then I worked my way into Reebok working in the mailroom. And I hustled in the mailroom for like over a year, just delivering mail, trying to meet people. And then I actually figured how long I could work nights at Foot Locker and work for free during the day. And I ended up creating this coupon. And I put the coupon in every mailbox of every executive at the company. And I said, I can work 4 weeks for free. Just give me a shot. Let me get out of the mailroom. I'll do anything. I'm so passionate about this industry. I was selling pumps when I was 16. Give me a shot. I was hustling. And although I didn't get a gig out of it.
Todd, I got to stop.
Yeah.
I get people complaining when I say do 100 DMs at night when you're just laying in bed instead of just looking at like girls or like guys or like, or just like other random shit. And like, you brought me back to 47-year-old self. When I was 17, I had a marketing idea for Wine Library. Literally, my dad had no marketing budget. So I printed a 20% off a case of wine coupon on my computer and drove to the Short Hills Mall, because that was Rich Mall. And I put the fucking pieces of papers on the fucking, like, what is the windshield wiper shit.
Right.
And I, in the fucking sun on a day like this, and did that weekend after weekend. And like now all I'm asking people to do is take their fucking phone and just DM the places you want to work. And that's too hard for these motherfuckers.
Yeah. This was
You were writing
this
fucking written notes to these dudes.
Well, that's what I was saying. This was the 92 version of Instagram. You know what I mean?
No,
But you're right, man.
this is the point I'm making. It wasn't the 92 version. You and I had we're old. We had to do fucking write shit.
That's right.
Control C, Control V, open DM, and people are crying.
That's right. I had to like do this design. I had to put my picture in. I didn't even know what I was doing. But you're right. But the hustle is what it's all about. And I think there's so much more access today. But you're right. Kids would rather scroll and look at shit all day versus kind of like.
By the way, in the comments, I know I'm not old. I fully don't feel old. I'm just trying to motivate one person who's watching right now who's like, I don't want to DM 100 people. Good. Then you're not going to get an internship at fucking Rock Nation or the NBA. Sorry. Because somebody, I promise you one thing, because somebody is doing it.
Someone is doing it. Yeah.
Somebody is doing it.
Yeah. And that was what I was doing back then. And then I finally, after like a year of being in the mailroom, somebody offered me a gig and they were like, I'm going to make you an opportunity. You got to go to Thailand tomorrow. And I was like, I'd never been out of the country. I took the opportunity.
Did you have a passport?
I did have a passport just because my family's from Canada, but I didn't, I literally, it's the first place I've been outside of Toronto and United States. And I went to Thailand and I really got immersed in the business, came back. And then I got a full-time gig and I parlayed it from there. And then I was really involved in the sports and entertainment side for a while. So I signed Allen Iverson to Reebok. I was involved a lot in a lot of the other athletes that we signed. I really learned product. And I moved to Korea for a while. This was another, like my career has never been like, and this is one of the things a lot of young people do today. They're like, okay, I'll do this for 2 years, then I'll level up to this and this. That shit doesn't really matter. Like what matters is getting experience, being a sponge. So I did a lot of lateral stuff where I wasn't making more money to go do something else. But I was like, all right, yeah, fuck it. I'll move to Korea. I don't know where it really is. And I've never really experienced manufacturing, but I'd love to learn it. So I feel like I moved to Korea for 3 years, learned that, came back. And that was like my MBA. That was my MBA.
Real quick, I apologize, Todd. I see some Series 1 holders. That's exactly right. When we do these streams now to all my channels, when we do it on Meet.VeeFriends, it's the Series 1 holders, the Series 2 holders, people that own the NFTs that are going to be able to ask the questions. We're going to jam here a little bit with Todd, but leave your comments. Eric and the team are going to put you in the back room. You're the ones that are actually going to be able to be on stage. A couple other things. VeeFriends team, please work feverishly in the comments. I see a lot of people asking questions because I'm really looking to do content here and not sell these. Like, so I need you in the comments linking to the links. One more time, the pre-sale starts tomorrow, but that's only for VeeFriends NFT holders. Then I think, and somebody from the team jump in and maybe there we go, Tyler. Look at you listening to the assignment. Tyler, give everybody real quick while we're jamming an update on how this drop is happening, this limited edition drop on VeeFriends' website, on Reebok's website. Break it down real quick for the kids at home.
Yes. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. ET, the holder exclusive presale goes live for Series 1 and Series 2 holders. So if you're looking to participate in that, we recommend setting up your VeeFriends account now, so then you have a nice smooth process.
And what are the costs and what happens for Series 1 and what happens for Series 2?
So they're eligible to purchase or pre-order one pair of shoes per eligible NFT that they have. So you have 5 Series 2s, you can order 5 pairs of shoes. The shoes are $90 a piece plus shipping. They come with obviously that amazing super sticker that you have there.
Well, that's on the VeeFriends side, right? Because we did that for the pairs that we have. Obviously, Reebok has more than us. We expect ours to kind of go quickly with our NFT community. And obviously, again, people that have no idea what's going on with these super stickers, please go to eBay right now. Type in VeeFriends super stickers. You will faint. We unveiled them at the National, the whole trading card thing, the Pokemon thing. We unveiled the game. A lot going on in that world. Ask questions in the comments because I know a lot of you came from my text. A lot of you are on Instagram right now and different things of that nature. They'll be able to get one pair pre-ordered from, per NFT that they own. How long does that last?
That lasts until Wednesday at 10 a.m.
And then
Wednesday the 23rd, and then it opens up everywhere midnight on August 24th on Reebok.com and shop.VeeFriends.
And Todd, it'll be on Reebok.com. I know we took a big allocation on VeeFriends.com because we wanted to really reward people with the super stickers. We got pre-graded. We got them graded, and they came in high. You're going to get a random one, but we got pristines, we got 10s and mainly 9.5s. There was like 2 9s. I already apologize up front for that person, but no 8.5s. But Todd, are people going to be able to find these pairs of sneakers outside of Reebok.com? Because we should go pretty quickly with our batch. or did you guys get them into other places in the world, or is it exclusive on Reebok.com?
So for the first launch, it's just you and us.
Got it.
And I don't know if you remember this, because this is but really quickly, a story of how we came to that. We were meeting together, and I was like, well, if we want to go slower, then we have to sell it to other stores. It takes time. We're on futures. And you were like, fuck it, give them all to me. And I was like, well, I want some. And you were like, all right, let's bet on you and bet on me. And we bet on ourselves. And that's how the distribution strategy came about.
Good. And so, right. So I know we're trying to do some other stuff, and we'll go broader with that. I also know that, I want everybody to hear this. We've heard loud and clear from the Squishmallows and the Reebok that we have to do a better job of international for our VeeFriends community. And so we'll get ahead of that. We'll start talking to Todd about how we get that done for future releases. Let's keep going. Todd, what is going on, from mailroom to just give everybody the preview. What is your title right now?
I'm the CEO and president of the brand.
Think about that, Ragav. From mailroom notes to give me a job to now being the CEO. What is the latest and greatest? Feels like Reebok, after the company has, there's the Alpaca. What's going on? What are you feeling?
Well, I mean, what's going on right now is total new entrepreneurial, getting Reebok back to its rightful place. I mean, you know, Authentic, the group.
Yep.
I know you know them well. So, I mean, first of all, just to be really clear, like under Adidas, it was really hard. Adidas owned us for 15 years. They were a competitor that kind of, owned another competitive brand. And they just constricted us. They didn't allow us to do a lot. They took a lot of things away from Reebok. And now we're able with ABG, with Authentic, with a great new ownership that's very forward thinking. And their whole desire of why they acquired Reebok was to bring it back to its rightful place. So that's what I'm doing now. Being at the brand a long time, I know it well. And so we're trying to get back to being a disruptive, irreverent sports culture brand like we used to be 90s, early 2000s, before we were acquired. And it's my job to kind of create that inspiration for the organization, for all our stakeholders around the world. And that's what I'm focused on. It's like you say, it's like I'm less worried about the competition and more worried about the consumer, something that you say a lot. Yep. So I'm really focused on, what the consumer will expect from Reebok and trying to drive that through our company now. So that's what I'm focused on.
You've done a good job. I had full disclosure, I had a very great relationship with K-Swiss, the Clouds and Dirt.
Yeah.
I mean, I see them all around, like people wear them to my events. And it was a great run. It expired. I had leverage and wanted to decide what I wanted to do. And look, I spoke to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm in a very fortunate place in my career. This is a very important, with this brand specifically, it was very important for me to find the right thing. And, full disclosure, you blew me away. Like, now that I'm getting to know more about your background, we did a little bit of pleasantries, but it was more about the business. It makes sense. Like, I like that going from the K-Swiss Club, the Clouds and the Dirt, you've gone literally from the dirt to the clouds. But it also had to do with the iconic nature of the Reeboks. And look, full disclosure, just like I say that I'm thrilled with my K-Swiss, experience. It just, I wanted to find something else and thought I wanted to try something else. I am actively, this is happening in real time. I am blown away by how happy the people that I've seeded this product to are with the product.
Yeah.
The classics are just killing it.
Yeah, classics are on fire right now. We're really fortunate. And I think the one area that we have been able to drive really strong is sports, because Adidas took that away from us. So we got to focus on classics for sure. But then we really need to get back into basketball, which we're doing. We're going to be back in the NBA next year. We're getting back into tennis, golf, all the sports that we thrived in before. But, one of the reasons why I think everyone like this.
I apologize, Todd. Tyler, I know I'm being a little ad hoc. Tyler, can you jump back on? Because we do want to talk about, I apologize, Todd.
Yeah,
that Series 1 holders of the NFT Alpaca and Series 2 holders of the NFT Alpaca starting tomorrow in a very short window get a very good situation. You want to break that down?
Yeah, so Series 1 holders, their claim is open now. They get one free pair of shoes. That ends tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Okay, so
Series 2,
because I know a lot of VeeFriends community members here are, if you've got a friend who owns a Series 1 Alpaca, right, make sure you get out. I guess that's 40 of them, right? There's 40 of them. So there's 40
total,
40 Series 1 NFTs with the Alpaca. You get a free pair. Your claim is open right now, ends tomorrow. And Series 2 holders, because there's way more of those.
Series 2 Alpaca holders get 50% off. That's during the pre-sale and the public sale. That's on shop.veefriends.com.
And some people are asking, Series 1 holders go where to claim it?
They can go to our homepage. There's a little link out. There's a banner that they can click to the claim page.
Thank you, brother.
VeeFriends.com.
Thank you, brother. I know we have some people ready for questions. I'm going to probably jam for another 5 here, and then we'll have them prepared. So Todd, go ahead. You were saying?
No, I was just saying the reason why we're so excited about this is because, in our industry, collaborations have got a little saturated. Streetwear brands, footwear brands, it's happening every day. I think consumers are getting bored. And I think you're looking for new moves. And this is really the first brand to get into a space like this. It's a new move. Second, through all the research, we know that storytelling is so important, capturing the imagination, which is what you do, not just having a kind of NFT like this, but what it means, the whole aspirational aspect of this storytelling is really rich. And I don't know if everyone's seen the content we put out, but it's really cool with 3 of your members that told their stories of aspiration. Like, that's super cool. And that's what people are looking for, not just by the sneaker, but buying into the story. And I think in the industry, storytelling is our currency. And this is I think the pinnacle of that. And then I think the last one is distribution. Just don't get lazy and just give it to every retailer. And that's what we've done. We've come up with a distribution that's really cool. And that's what you're talking about now. So I think for us, the reason why we're so excited about this is because it hits on the mark of, I think, where collaborations are going for our industry.
Appreciate it, brother. Let's couple things. A lot of questions about buying Series 1 and Series 2 VeeFriends. A lot of people should be linking in the chats. Number 2, I see a lot of questions about the super stickers. Look, again, raw super stickers are like $20, $30. There's a lot of rare alpacas. There's a lot of people in the chat right now that are deep into VeeFriends super sticker culture. But yes, there were some people that just asked questions that are doing homework of wait a minute, I see some super stickers that are not even graded selling for $30, $40. You're telling me the pair of sneakers is $80 and I get one of these graded with it? That the answer is yes. And so the VeeFriends.com buying of this that comes with the super stickers is going to be a pretty big deal. For full clarity, the Reebok side does not come along with those super stickers. Yeah. We have blog posts that explain all of this. Team, please share all links. Pound every chat with links, pin them, everything. The Gary channels, other places. Let's make sure people are heavily educated. Let's on all the different options. If they're a holder, if they're not a holder, how do they buy an NFT to get the opportunity? Somebody just asked, wait a minute, so I can get 50% off a pair. So that's a $40 savings if I buy an Alpaca VF2 on the open market. That's right. So if you're thinking about getting your first VeeFriend, you get to arbitrage that way. But let's get that first question in for me and Todd. You can go anywhere with entrepreneurship. Aspiration is the theme of the Alpaca. We have a great piece of content up. There she is. Laura, how are you?
Call. Hey, Gary.
Call.
Hey, guys. So hey. I hope you didn't cover this already. I got a backup question if not. But Todd, why did you pick the Alpaca? And what other characters maybe did you consider before deciding on the Alpaca?
Oh man! Well, first of all, we're hoping to do more, so there's more options coming. Although I don't know if I can say anything. But
are they $90? I apologize.
Yeah.
I fucked that up. I apologize, everybody. I know I said 80 before. My brain broke. Yeah, Todd, jump in anytime to fix me. They are 90. I apologize. Go ahead.
I think the main reason is because what I said earlier is this idea around storytelling. We felt like this idea of aspiration was so cool, and we felt like let's give it to the community to express theirs, and that's what those 3 content pieces are. So I think it was just the message. It was the message that we chose on that one. But there's a few others that we really think are interesting that I think may find their way into our partnership. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, for me, don't forget, VeeFriends, and you may know this, and a small group on here knows, VeeFriends actually started as workplace warriors, right, in 2018. And the concept was these little toys on a desk when you're having a shitty day and your boss is a dick and you look down and you're like, well, I'm grateful for my family being healthy, even though I'm having a bad day at work. With sneakers, you look at them so much, you don't even realize it, but you look at your sneakers a lot by accident, tie your shoe, me on the planes, put up my feet. And for me, there's a really cool thing. It was funny. We were talking about making a piece of content for promotion. And then the team was like, no, we filmed this talk that you had the other day in the office with Sid and Andy talking about it. And we're like, that's going to be the piece of content. And I'm excited to see what it looks like. Cause I just talked a lot about are you aspiring for your life? As we all sit here today, are you for example, Todd created his professional reality, right? If you're a mailroom kid hustling like that to get the CEO of that brand, he's done that. But Maybe there's some things he wants to do in philanthropy. Maybe there's some things he wants to do with his family that he's not doing. Maybe there's some back to business. Maybe there's, he's rebooting this brand. There is clearly, I'm even just listening to him right now, there's something he wants to accomplish in the NBA that has not been accomplished yet. So for all of us, what I'm pumped about this, Laura, is like, I feel like when the VeeFriends and the broader, this product, for example, is going to broaden VeeFriends, because many of the Gary Vee people watching right now are going to buy this pair of sneakers for $90 just because it's a fucking good piece of like sneaker, right? Like they just like green and they like the classics. And they're kind of in that place of like, well, fuck it, I need a new pair of sneakers. They look fresh. I fuck with Gary. Let me pick one up. What I'm excited about that is they're just going to look down and remember what we're talking. Like, I genuinely believe that somebody randomly is watching right now that got the text from my text thing, has no idea about VeeFriends, is kind of about me, not even like a deep Gary fan, watching this, is about to hear this and realize it's true, which is they just might buy this pair of sneakers. They're going to remember this stream. It's going to be December 9th. They're going to look down at this little fucking alpaca right here, right? They're going to know at this point that it's the aspiring alpaca. And they're literally going to ask themselves, like, am I living my life the way I want to live? Like, and they might on December 9th put in their resignation, and 2024 is the beginning of the rest of their lives. For me, I like being in business. I like doing business deals like this. But when you know that 1 to 100 people are going to do what I just said because of it, that's when I get the email on a long flight. Like I've been doing a lot of those. I got 2 more. I've got Brazil and Saudi Arabia this month. You catch up with your work. Then I start reading the shit. That's what's exciting for me on this. And that's why I wanted the alpaca, because I think it's going to challenge people when they take off their shoes at night, when 80% of people did not have a good day. It was just a bullshit day, whatever day, a bad day. I'm hoping they fucking remembered this moment, which maybe triggered them to buy it and say, like, I got to change my shit up. And I think that's cool. Like, people wear sneakers for different reasons. Fashion, it's the coolest thing. You want to position yourself as cool. It's a form of expression. But the fact that I think we can, actually change someone's life too is kind of cool.
Yeah. I just think it's so fresh in the collaboration space, Laura. I don't know how close you follow it, but so many brands are working with brands and they're just taking one logo and putting it on a sneaker, and that's it. And there's no message. So I think to Gary's point, like, this is a cool message about pushing people to aspire to what they really want to do. And maybe it does change one person, but it's also, the logo looks pretty cool on the shoe. It's a very cool design that I think fits the shoe well too, but that's secondary. But we are in the fashion business, so that helps.
People are asking about the heel support.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically one of the original running shoes. So it's a really soft EVA. It's got a strong heel counter. So, I mean, for the value, it doesn't have like visible technology, but it's built for it's one of the most comfortable shoes you will wear. Trust me on that. Awesome. It's one of our biggest. Yeah.
Let's get some more questions, Laura. Thank you.
Cool.
Rob, great to see you, Rob. Somebody said these are Reebok classics, right? Question mark. Oh, there's Rob.
Yeah.
Yep. Rob, how are you? How are you and your very tall, family members?
Oh, we are great. What a day. What a day. And so to go along with the aspiring alpaca, Todd, real quickly, 2.5 years ago, decided to follow Gary's game plan that he puts out there for free. Me and my family wanted just to do videos as a brand. 2.5 years later, we're over 3 billion views. I got to dunk at Shaq's house. Like in Shaq.
No way.
I'm sitting, Shaq's watching my son play basketball, sitting there talking, and my kid hits a 3 and he ribs me, and then he dunks, and Shaq's like, okay. So anyway,
cool.
So I'm just going to come right out. This is extremely right hook. I love Gary. He's changed my life. When it comes time to storytelling, to be more human, which I know Reebok's all about, we live in a small town in the Midwest. I have 2 son and a daughter, both starting college this fall. They both play basketball. We're building a pickleball court in the backyard. We are the house that everyone comes to. We all hang out. So anyway, when Reebok wants to, and I'm all for, like, hey, go to NBA, of course, all that. But when you want to be more human, we are the everyday average family. We just happen to be taller than most families. But we would
Rob, tell
Well,
Todd.
I mean,
I'd love to work with Reebok.
Tell Todd the heights.
yeah, what are the heights?
So 7'1", my son.
Oh.
Now I'm 6'6". My
Okay.
daughter, who's 14, is 6'2", so she's still growing. And then I have my other daughter is only 5'10", so she's like the short one of the family.
Only five.
I would pay for 5'10".
And,
When you're 5'9", you want 5'10" more than life.
yeah, and then
Well, I mean, I think,
Rob,
you know,
watch this, Rob. Send me a full-fledged email of your pitch, and I will personally hand deliver it to Todd.
the one reason I like it is because the NBA is only part of the basketball culture these days. I think it's more about community and basketball culture than it is just having the NBA guy. I think that's part of it. But as we strategize to get back in the NBA a year from now, one of the things we're talking about is community and interesting stories. And ironically enough, Shaq is my partner on this. So he's nuts. I think he calls me, he's probably has as much energy as Gary, and he calls me almost probably once every 2 days with an idea. So he's been my partner as we get back into basketball. And he's also seeing that the NBA is only part of what we do. So shoot it to Gary and let's see what happens.
yeah, so if you talk to him, tell him you talk to the dad of 7'1" redhead Carter. He knows Carter. He's still asking about him. So thank you.
Okay, I will.
This might be a detail under you. And by the way, Jeremy or Andy or Tyler on my team, you can jump in. Do we know the size ranges that we're launching this with?
I can, Jack.
I'll have one of the people on our team. They'll jump in right now. Thanks, Rob. We can take Rob off, add in somebody from the VeeFriends team to give us an answer on that, because there's a lot of questions about sizes. Obviously, that'll become more obvious as we put it out. Tyler?
Yeah, sizes are 3.5 men to 14 men.
3.5.
Yeah,
so that, and because it's unisex, like 3.5 will take care of. Yep.
It's unisex, so it basically covers the entire men's and women's range.
Up to 14, that's gonna be good. I don't think we went to 14 on the clouds and dirt. I think we only got to 13. So
Yeah.
So 3.5 to 14.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if the tall families fit in the 14. They might be up in the 16, 17 range.
What's funny about them, like I know some people go wide. These have, Todd, is this right? The classics, like some of my friends that normally have to really shop for wide said that it like went wider than they expected. Like it worked for them. It was like, it wasn't like a wide shoe, but it had flexibility to the left and right. Is that right?
Well, yeah, this one especially because it's a nylon suede upper. It's not like a harder, rigid leather. So the classic nylon was always made for a more universal wear because it gives a little more give. A little bit of give.
And this, and people are asking about this. Is this considered white and off-white?
Yeah, it's like an off-white suede. So it's not a pure white, which gets dirty really quick. It's kind of an off-white. Yeah.
Yeah, that being said, I've been rocking these. Like I've gotten mine dirty very quick. So like, but I'm also, I'm a disaster. Like I'm like the worst. Like I beat the shit out of everything. So I shouldn't be like, I'm like running through the grass. I'm doing all sorts of fucked up shit. So I don't know if I'm comp, but you know, white is, you got to keep it tight. All right, let's get somebody in. There we go.
Hello. Hello, Gary. Hello, Todd.
Hello,
Where are you from?
I'm from England, near Bristol.
Cheers, mate.
So yeah, Todd, how did you first find out about VeeFriends? And do you have any of the NFTs yet?
Well, I found out about I followed Gary for a really, really long time. Just because I grew up in this business learning from a guy named Paul Fireman, and he started Reebok. Actually, he bought it from the UK. So he bought it from a company in the UK and brought it to the US. He was basically selling shoes out of his trunk. And that's how I learned the business. And so I've always had like an eye for entrepreneurs, and Gary's message was just very relevant to me. Even though I was, at the senior management of a company and running a company, his message is, I think, universal as it relates to entrepreneurship. So I've known him for a really long time, and then just got to know VeeFriends through him. So through all this energy, my son and I have been talking about buying. We haven't purchased yet, so I think I'm going to be on it now. So I don't own one yet, but coming soon for sure.
Way to close the deal for us, Connor. Good shit.
There you go. I got it. You'll get commission on it.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Thank you.
Have a great night. All right, let's
You too.
keep some questions going. Again, to give a recap, actually, Tyler, jump in. I think you're doing a nice job on the recap. Come in and give us the hardcore of everything that's happening, and I'll add a little color commentary to the super stickers that are going on.
What was that, Gary? Sorry, I was tough to hear you backstage.
No worries, brother. Just give everybody, a lot of people are coming in and out of the stream, so I think it's time for another update on like what's going on, what are we doing here, when are we dropping these, what's the pre-sale, who can buy the pre-sale, when's it broad market, where can you buy it, what's the price?
Gotcha. Price is $90 per pair. That's across the board. These are the VeeFriends Aspiring Alpaca Classic Nylon shoes. Pre-sale goes live. This is exclusive to VeeFriends Series 1 and VeeFriends Series 2 holders. This pre-sale goes live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. That's through Wednesday, the 23rd at 10 a.m. And then at midnight on August 24th is when the shoes go live to the public. So they go live on shop.veefriends.com as well as Reebok.com. So if you guys are international, you'll want to buy off Reebok.com, and then shop.veefriends is fulfilling US only.
Right. So Reebok.com is going to be able to take international, right? Because and which markets are best shipping costs, Todd? Do you know that off the top of your head?
Definitely Europe and some pockets of Latin America. But yeah, it'll be Reebok.com. And then that's the only two places you can get it right now. And then maybe in the future, and we know this is going to smoke pretty quick. Maybe in the future, Gary, we choose some key retailers that we'd like to partner with. But
yeah, I feel
right
like,
now,
you know, for us, I think we knew that we wanted to get this in this year. I think as you know, as this relationship grows, I think Australia is going to matter. Asia is going to matter. We'd probably have to pick a key retailer or two in there. And then for everybody who's asking the questions, a couple of add-ons to what Tyler just said. If you own the Aspiring Alpaca Series 1, this is the Series 2. Let me just actually show it to you. If you own the Series 1 design, there's 40 of them in the world. You get a free pair. You can claim them on VeeFriends.com right now. If you own the Series 2, which there's like 200, what is it, Tyler? Remember 240? I'm getting old.
220? 225?
Of those,
You should know this.
220, I think. 220 of those, there might be people that hold multiples. You'll be able to go and get 50% off on a pair. And that starts. And then on VeeFriends.com, for our limited supply, we went ham. As many people know, these super stickers have exploded. Everybody who's watching right now should go to eBay, type in VeeFriends super stickers, and go look at completed items. They've become a major collectible. They're in the old 80s vending machine style. The raw ones, are going between $220 and $600 a piece, the rare robot being the $600 one. We took an extra step and got them pre-graded, and most of them came back a 9.5, a 10, or even a pristine 10 like these. For everybody who buys on VeeFriends.com, we're going to ship along one of these with your pair, mainly because I always like thinking about like, how do you win twice, right? Tyler, as you know, graded super stickers right now, one could argue you're either getting the sticker or the pair of sneakers for free at $90 given the current market. So I know there's a lot of savvy VeeFriends card and sticker collectors. We saw them come out hard at the National. Big shout out to Dalton. He did a really nice job. It paid like a month's worth of rent by hustling and buying them off the people that got them in the bags. And so wanted to give a big opportunity for the hardest core VeeFriends collectors and holders so they can attack our site and get those out of the way inventory wise, and then Reebok will be the home of it internationally and everywhere else. So anyway, that's where we're at with that.
Yeah, one small thing not a small thing, but a cool thing with the super stickers is the rarity component built in with the different backgrounds.
This is gonna have you. This is literally out of 10. This is the first time. This is the most rare out of 10 black ice. So if you're buying on VeeFriends.com, this is the one you're praying you get. It's gonna be completely randomized. So that one's going to be out of 10. The pink ice is out of 199. 199 on the pink ice. The green ice is out of 399. Limited at 399. Again, when you order on VeeFriends.com, they will come. The gold ice is out of 99. So this is the second one you're hoping for. You're hoping for the black or the gold. And then finally, the red ice at a $299. So there's rarities. There's blog posts to all of this. Again, for the people that have been flipping VeeFriends cards and stickers, you know what this arbitrage is. We originally were just going to put the raw one in because there's really that 20 to $80 range on those. We took it an extra step. We decided to grade them all. We were praying because they're brand new. We thought we can get ones that would grade well. They went crazy. 2 of you are going to be very unlucky. You'll get the 2 graded to 9. The rest of you are getting 9 5s, 10s, or 10 pristines, which are really rare from CGC. So we're really excited about that part. All the VeeFriends community and all the different chats, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Well, Instagram's there. YouTube, let's make sure we link up everything so people can figure this out, because I think for the Flip Life people, they're going to take advantage of that if they're paying attention. Zebra, how are you? Yes, you get 1 sticker per sale. If you buy 3 pairs, you'll get 3 stickers. Zebra, how are you? We can't hear you, brother.
Yeah. Can't hear.
Something on your end, my brother. Because it doesn't look like you're muted. We'll work on him. We'll get somebody else out. Todd, what else is going on with, let's just give Reebok a little love, because again, I feel like a lot's going on. What's been interesting or exciting for you?
I think right now, just the future plans. I mean,
like what other, like take it off. Like I'm pumped to do it. Like what other collabs are hot? What else is going on?
Oh, I think someone's in.
Yeah, I think Michelle's joining us.
What's up, guys? I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. Again, for everybody who's asking, the way I'm doing live streams now is through meet.veefriends.com. It blasts everywhere, but the people that are able to get on it, because it's on VeeFriends, it can see that you own an NFT, and those are going to be the people that get to ask questions. We're going to extend that as we relaunch Tea with Gary Vee. So I think it's going to be a really fun part of that community, and I'm excited to see that. So Michelle, tell everybody where you're from, which VeeFriend you own, and then ask your question.
Awesome. I am in Nashville, Tennessee. I have 5 V1s. I have the Joyous Jellyfish, the Genuine Giraffe, which was my very first NFT, Caterpillar, the Daring Dragonfly, and shit, I can't remember the last one. Yes, the giraffe is by far my favorite character.
Look, everybody's got like a least favorite child, so that's what happened with your 15.
It is, yeah.
Okay, what's your question?
Todd, your story's super inspiring, but my question is all about the Flip Life, right? So I own 5 V1s, 19 V2s. How many pairs of sneakers do I buy? Because the blog says, despite being limited, supply is enough for both loyal community and new audience. So if I want to do the Flip Life.
Well, I mean, it depends on, like, here's what I would say to everybody who's thinking about Flip Life. I think there'll be enough of the sneakers, and like there will be more demand for, like, look, we made it in a way that I expect, especially based on this is why I chose Reebok. I thought Todd was more bought in, back to how he answered a question earlier. Like I could sense that he had a sense of me. I felt more connected. The new owners of Reebok is a family I'm very close to. I know the Salters well. So I felt like I'd be quote unquote taken care of, which is why I assume they went with one of their strongest silhouettes. Because I really, when you're in a partnership, you want to be a good partner. So I said to them, you show me the sneakers you're thinking. So I think the sneaker demand on its own is going to be there, especially with the influencers that are marketing it, the marketing. So on the Flip Life, I do expect the VeeFriends.com sales to go very fast, because you're in it, Michelle, and you know the super stickers are going crazy.
Right.
They're going crazy.
Yeah, they are.
And so, like, look, you get a fucking black ice or gold, and it grades well. You know this. I mean, you get the black ice, you will pay for 50 pairs, right? Now that's also playing the lottery, so I don't recommend that. I would say Flip Life. The answer is I don't know. And honestly, after the year I had a couple years ago with speculating around NFTs and going further than I should have, in my own opinion, like, look, long term, I think I'm building a massive IP. I literally took a flight to London for one meeting for VeeFriends and flew back.
Damn.
My commitment to what I'm doing is insane. Comic-Con's coming up. The National, you saw.
Right.
Really focused on a lot of NFT innovation in 24 and 25. So, here's the problem with Flip Life. I've learned that I think about Flip Life in 10-year windows. I've learned almost everyone thinks of Flip Life in 10-day windows.
Right.
My point of view, the stickers has a very high opportunity, but I don't know.
Okay.
The sneakers, there should be I feel like again, I feel confident. I mean, we made way less than we did with K-Swiss.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've produced in a manner but it's not like 100. Like there's 4 digits in the numbers out there, not 5. So I don't know on the sneaker front. I really don't, and I don't want to speculate. On the stickers, I just know what's going on eBay right now. It's like, and it's like there's only going to be there's only 1,000 of them, right? So it's not super complicated, and especially because they're numbered, they tier out. If you quote unquote get lucky, you can get really good. That is always a bad strategy in flip life. That's a lottery ticket, right?
Right.
But in the way I think about this project, I definitely think long term I'm building a real IP, and it all just depends on how people think about it. So you should definitely get a pair to wear. They're fucking awesome.
Oh, I'm getting 2 for myself, 1 to wear and 1 to hold. So for sure, I'm buying 2 at least.
I mean, I think the whole distribution question is a really good one. I think there's a formula. You sign like a music artist or a basketball player. You sign up with a sports, like a streetwear brand. You kind of know what the pairs should be. This is a little different, and we definitely want to really be clear on the supply and the demand and keep the speciality of the product. And we may do more drops together, so we want to kind of keep it tight. We're also not allowing any retailers to buy into it yet, although we got requests when the PR went out. So I think to Gary's point, there'll be enough, but there won't be any left. I guess that's the best way to put it.
I will say this, people that are like really about sneaker life, like, can you speak to this, Todd? Because like I said, I kind of wore them for a week. I'm a disaster. I played literally basket. I played with it. I fucked them up more. Are they easy to clean, or is this one of those pairs like I've had through the years where you buy 3 or 4 because you kind of are they easy to clean or no?
Well, they're not as easy as a leather shoe. Leather shoe is a lot easier to clean, but there are a lot of suede cleaners right now, and you can throw them in the washing machine, which is another thing that's tougher to do with leather. So there are ways to clean it, but it's definitely.
You should treat this like an NBA player. You should buy 30 pairs so you can wear a new pair every day.
That's my rule. You always have to have a fresh pair. You never know. You always have to have a fresh
pair.
Right.
And I need them fresh for VCon, and that's far away. So,
Michelle, love you. Great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Up here, milk some time with the community. Again, if you want to get up here, these are only for VeeFriends holders. They go to meet.veefriends.com. That's how they get in. There he is, the legend.
Hey, can you hear me now? Am I good? Good. Awesome. All right, Gary, great to see you again. Todd, nice to meet you and talk to you for the first time. Had a quick question specifically around the aspiring and the expansion back into the sports realm. So
yes.
The Olympics in 2024, it's in Paris. It's including breakdancing again, for the first time, and we're really excited about that. So USA Breaking is a national, 501c3 org, paving the way for breaking in the United States. And we breakers have always rocked Reeboks, right? It's part of our culture. So what would it look like if Reebok were to collab with some breakers? And is there a possibility for sponsorships or sponsor athletes at the Olympics?
Yeah. So go ahead. Finish your thought.
I was going to say, and then obviously with LA coming up in 2028, that's our home turf. Like we really want to, kind of rock out and represent here, and would love to have Reebok, supporting.
Yeah, so I love the idea. We're very much into, what you would call non-traditional sports as we get back into sport. Right now, we are talking to one breakdancer from Europe and one from the U.S.
Okay.
Right now in talks on some collaboration. Reebok classics have always been synonymous with breakdancing for sure. So, and we're open to kind of how this could work. So absolutely, we're already kind of looking at it a little bit. So, and we're trying to learn more. We're trying to learn more for sure.
And Zebra, you do me a favor. Email me to Gary@VaynerX.com or VaynerMedia. I want that inbox. Well, it all goes to the same place. You can send it to Gary VeeFriends too. VaynerMedia works with Visa.
Yep.
We are activating like crazy at the 24 Paris Olympics with them. We won the Olympics marketing pitch with them.
Yep.
And we actually have breakdancing part of our activations and influencers in breakdancing globally.
Yep.
And so I might be able to help you on that front, brother.
Awesome. Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Thank you, brother. Oh, Zebra, tell everybody which VeeFriend you own.
Oh, shit. Okay. So the reason I'm Zebra's Anonymous is because I went heavy and hard on Zebra. So I picked up all 5 Zebra specs and the 2 Zebra epics. So I've got 7 Zebras.
Where do you live?
East Coast.
So you have the Series 1 Zebra Rainbow?
Yes. And I have the Emerald Series 2. So I've got literally Series 1, Series 2, iconic, everything.
I knew you were ham, but I didn't realize you had the full rainbow. Oh, send me that email on breakdancing. I'll use that for where my brain was going on something else.
Yeah, yep. Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Love you,
Good to
brother.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Todd, tell people more about the quality of the sneaker. There's a lot of comments coming through that are just like, hey, love Gary Vee, not sure about the VeeFriends stuff, but like just need a new pair of sneakers. So I figured let's spend a few minutes on the quality of the sneaker. Like what is the silhouette? What is it like? Whatever you got on the classics.
On this one, yeah. I mean, so this is literally one of the most timeless silhouettes in the industry, not just Reebok. It's got a really, really soft EVA bottom. It was originally made, believe it or not, in the late 80s for running. We've kept kind of all the details of it, but just made it a little more modern with the materials and the kind of shape of it. But it is one of the most classic, I think, comfortable styles you will wear in the industry. And it's over 30 years old. We just, we sell a lot of it, but we haven't done a collaboration with it yet. I think waiting for the right kind of storytelling, and this is it. But you can't go wrong, man. I mean, it takes color really well. The suede nylon upper is really fresh. So absolutely, it's a must buy. It's a must buy if you don't have a pair. Everyone should have a classic nylon in their closet for sure, man, for sure.
I agree. Let's get another question up here while we go into the back end of this live stream. Yes. My man, great to see you, brother. Oh, you're on mute. This is the perfect person for this.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, great job, team. I'm so proud to see Sungwoo. What a great guy. Everybody who's watching who's not familiar with this man, you should be. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much, Gary. Hi, Todd. It's nice to meet you, and really awesome, inspiring story. I was eating lunch with my wife and hearing your story. My wife was like, "Wait, he was a guy in the mailroom, and then he became CEO." She was just shocked. I think you're definitely a great example of the aspiring alpaca. So my question is, how did you get into Web3 world? And now that you're a CEO, what do you aspire to be, or what are some things that you aspire to do in the next 5-10 years? And I think the same for Gary, but I think we all know Gary, you want to make this VeeFriends into like a Disney or Pokemon show, but I'd love to hear some.
I'll jump in quick so Todd has a lot of time.
Good.
Because I'm glad you said that. I think you probably have heard this. I originally thought Disney, but the reason I now say Sesame Street meets Pokemon is I want competitive and collectibles, competition and collectibles to be a big part of VeeFriends. Those are two things I love. But once I realized Jim Henson's vision with Sesame Street to make the world more inclusive, like I want to make the world more purple. And I mean that by America's very red and blue right now. There's extremes. And I think all the magic's in the middle. I don't believe in 8th place trophies, but I also believe there's never a time not to be nice. Things like that. And so excited about that to try to make a positive impact on the world. And so, yes, I'm working on this for the rest of my life. As you know, the NFT market has had a massive correction. We're definitely a very down market. And again, I flew to London for one meeting. So literally Monday night, 11 p.m., flew to London, landed the day it started there, showered, had a long meeting, had a break to do conference calls and board meetings that I was supposed to do yesterday in New York, met with the people I met for the meeting for dinner, and then woke up this morning at 4 a.m. and flew back to New York, went to Jets training camp, ran over here, showered, did this live stream. Like, you're only doing that if you're off the fucking rocker obsessed, right? I did that because the meeting that I had and accomplished, which is even better because you're taking the risk when you do something like that, is going to have a massive impact on this IP. And I'm excited they'll materialize into next year. But like, these are the things I'm doing behind the scenes. This is an opportunity to share a story like that. As you could tell, I haven't really been sharing a lot of the building block stories, but they're manifesting in the ridiculously successful national, the Comic-Con we got coming up, this Reebok collaboration. Again, if you read the comments, actually watch this. Everybody in the comments, how many people do not own a VeeFriend, but will be getting a pair of these Reeboks? Please say yes in the comments. And that will come in a second because there's a delay, but like that, extending the IP. So that's what I'm up to. Todd, you?
I mean, listen, we're in a very unique, really cool position right now. This brand has finally been unleashed from being owned by a competitor. And so my goal is to make this brand great get it back to its rightful place, be a disruptive sports brand. You know, I don't think the industry just needs another sports brand playing up the middle, man. Like, there's enough of those brands that kind of show you the athlete, show you the shoe, you know, and tell the kid to be like LeBron James or be like whoever. I don't think. And I don't think the market needs another brand like that. You've got to be disruptive. You got to challenge the status quo. And if you look at Reebok back in the day, that's what, you're a little younger, but back in the day, that's what Reebok used to do, man. We were always like, you know, we were signing Allen Iverson and taking a risk. We went to Jay-Z and said, let's do a sneaker together, even though it doesn't exist in the industry. We did all that shit, and I lived it. And so I think Gary just said he's kind of off the rocker crazy, I think is what he said. I'm similar. I'm maniacal about this mission. And my goal is to try to inspire all the people that work for me and all the retailers around the world to get behind a brand that I think has an opportunity to really do something different in the industry. This is what I kind of live and breathe every day. And I feel it. I taste it. I know what it was like back before. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. You know, as far as how this whole world fits into our future, we're still learning, man. You know, I mean, this is really interesting to be even on this live stream today, just to see the community and understand the culture. And as we move forward, I think we're going to try to do more of this. But I would be really, I'd be reaching to tell you how we see it in the future until we learn more about how this really works. But this is exciting. This is the first time anything like this has happened, man. When you've got all of these community people like yourself coming on, you're really, you know, you're into this culture, you're buying, and now Reebok comes in. How does this whole thing work? I think it's going to be really a lot for us to learn so we can get better as we go. And I think it's another thing that Gary and I talk about is like, yeah, edit and amplify as you go. The next shit we do will be probably better than this just because we're going to learn from everybody.
Right. Thank you, son. Thank you, brother.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Take care, brother. We're wrapping up here in 4 minutes. I'm pretty excited about this, man. It's just really nice to be with you, Todd. I really feel like we're gonna need to get Tyler up here to recap.
Yeah.
Recap. If he's in the
Gary V.
What's up, brother?
Good to see you, man. So happy to be on here on the show.
Thank you, brother. What's cooking? Let's get a quick question because we're wrapping up in 4.
Copy. So my question to you specifically is, you mentioned that you were shopping the shoe around for a long time before we hit with Reebok, and now it's out. So what is that time frame? And I'm asking this question so that we know, you know, the surprise and delight that you do. I know you have so many irons in the fire. Like, what's the timeline that we should expect for another thing? For Todd, the question is, what timeline?
I took a full year off after the K-Swiss and just was like, I'm not even going to look. Then I started taking meetings. Todd, do you recall when we had our first meeting?
I think it was like a year ago, I think.
It feels like maybe even a hair more, right? Maybe 14 months?
Maybe, yeah.
I thought it was early summer. Yeah, so JBZ, it was probably like a year off. Then it was like 6 or 12 months of just different meetings with different brands. And then 14 months ago, the meeting with Todd. And that back to the point of like, it takes time for certain things to like get the market. So that's it, brother. They're a little blurry, so we're going to take you off. But thank you, brother. And some deals come together quicker, 6 to 18 months, depending on the nature of it. All right, Toddy.
Yeah, I also think one of the things that made this go a little quicker, Gary, is we decided to go direct to consumer, and that makes it go a little faster. You don't have to deal with retailers and shipment and all this, so you can go faster with our distribution strategy.
Everybody, there's a lot of people in YouTube asking where they can buy it. Let's wrap this up. Tyler, as you talk, we need everybody behind the scenes putting up the URLs. My team, let's make sure I tweet right now. You know, Sid, we got a bunch of you could. Instagram, I love you. Switch over to YouTube or something else. Let's get a tweet out with all the links from the. Let's get that going. I'll just let's put that out for my account with all the links. Here are the updates of the 4 links you need to know about the live stream that just went down in the last hour. So everybody watching, I will put out a tweet right now in the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes that has all the links with all the information. But Tyler, recap us here a little bit.
Cool. So for the drop, there's 2 dates and 2 locations you need to know. The first date is the holder exclusive pre-sale that goes live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Because I know a lot of people are not holders. These are people that own VeeFriends NFTs. Is that Series 1 and Series 2? Tyler?
Series 1 and Series 2. Yep. All of those holders can order 1 pair of shoes per NFT that they own. If you have a Series 2 Alpaca, you're also eligible for 50% off. We'll be sending those emails with your discount codes prior to the pre-sale. If you aren't a series
holders, have until tomorrow to go to VeeFriends.com right now, click, and get their free pair Series 1, right?
Yep, that's correct. Those holders also received an email today, so check your inboxes and you'll have the direct link to claim.
Yes, per Alpaca is right, Dalton. Yes.
Yep. For everybody else, the sale goes live August 24th at midnight. That's on Reebok.com and shop.VeeFriends.com. Shop.VeeFriends.com is for filling US only. So if you're international, you'll want to go to Reebok.com and pick up your shoes there. They're $90 per pair. And yeah, I think that's it.
On VeeFriends.com, when it goes to the public, or to if it just sells out with the holders, you will be getting an exclusive super sticker. Go to ebay.com, so type in VeeFriends super stickers, or go on Twitter and see under my tweets the community. Actually, everybody who's deep in the cards and super stickers community, when I post this post about what's going on with all the Reebok stuff, reply with all the links to what's going on with super stickers, because the most savvy are going to realize what arbitrage is going on, and I want to make sure they take advantage of that. Awesome. Todd, thank you so much, brother.
Gary, my pleasure. Great to be with you, man.
Great to be with you. Great to be collaborating with you and Reebok. I mean, look, forget about even the holding the NFT or being an Alpaca holder or the super stickers, just as a badass fucking classic sneaker. These are fucking fire. I'm getting quite a bit of comments in the community of like people seeing it or hearing about it for the first time. You will be able to be purchasing these very shortly. This is a great back to school sneaker for a lot of people. I'm excited about that. I'm humbled as a 47-year-old who grew up in Jersey. The Reebok bananas for me.
You made it. You made it.
You made it, brother. And you made it too. From mailroom to CEO, Todd Krinsky, thank you so much from Reebok. We'll talk soon. Thank you, everybody.
Talk soon, man. Thanks, Gary.
Live stream. We'll talk soon. Love you all.